Yep, I think it is.
Okay.
There we are.
It's Jeannie and Carrie from Trendy. Okay.
Sorry, all right, let me turn my volume off. I gotta get your...
Oh, our phones. You turn our phone off.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
if you're out there and you can see
there were some already on a while ago, and we had to stop
okay,
because
I'm sorry.
of the...
We had our memory card was full on the camera, so we had to regroup for a little bit. We put together some products for an Easter wreath. We picked out 3 different styles of wreaths, and some of the components of the wreath will be the same in all of them. We're going to use a white iridescent 24-inch pencil wreath, and we're going to use a white iridescent snowball mesh. And the wreath that we're going to do right now for this video is this lavender Easter blessing sign. And then we have picked out 4 different ribbons, and I'll show you these, and then I'll just get them out of the way. Just a plaid.
Some happy faces and some mad faces.
Mad faces already?
Oh well.
Oh, sorry. That's okay. It's Saturday afternoon. It's not the best time in the world to watch a video, but those that are here, we appreciate it. And anyway, this is a plaid ribbon. It's got a great texture. It's got some blue and some green and some fuchsia. And then we've got this 1.5-inch Easter egg ribbon. And then we have, this kind of has a solid pink look, but it's really kind of some different color threads in it. And then we have just a metallic gold.
Here's the roll. There's the roll.
Right, just a little metallic gold, because the sign has a little gold in it. Now, if you were watching us a few minutes ago, you know, Carrie and I just stopped at Moore's Hardware to pick up a stapler, and we did that. Oh, also, we're going to use this lavender ombre mesh, and we're going to do a 21-inch. We're going to do a poof technique, and then we're going to come back on top with a little ruffle just to give it a little more color. And we stopped at Moore's a little bit ago and picked up a stapler. I'm sorry, we just don't have much workspace, and Karen's going to work on cutting the wreaths while I do the poof technique. But I wanted to show you the stapler that we just got. Where's that paper? Right. It's an Era, that card, that little...
The instructions?
Oh, I was going to show them what we got. This works great. We saw Nick, Seasonal Decor, use this the other night. It's an Era stapler, and it'll shoot a 1/4-inch staple, and it's perfect for using on like this sign. This sign has a sawtooth hanger on the back, but you're going to need a little more attachment than just that. So we've got our stapler, and I'm going to go ahead and fix my sign before I do anything else. I've got some chenille stems.
I don't know if it's that.
That's all right. I'll try to get that sign out there where you can see it. Okay. There we go. All right. If you're just now joining us, this is Jeannie and Carrie from Trendy, and this supplies for this is going to be included in a kit. And if you're out there, let us know where you're from. If you have
I guess I could post the link to the kit.
Carrie will post a link to the kit as we've got the laptop set up so we can see the comments. But the sign has one hanger at the top, so I'm also going to put a chenille stem at the bottom and one on each side so I can secure the sign to the wreath. So I'm just going to take a chenille stem and fold it in half, and then just take my little stapler and put a couple of staples in it. Now you want to make sure that a 1/4-inch staple is not going to go through your sign and leave a mark on the other side. So I'm not saying that this would work with any and every sign. But it does work well.
It's forceful.
Just have to look over how we look. I mean, we are just, it's either rain here or heat, and today it's heat and warm, it's hot. Sorry. Okay, so now I can secure my sign. Now I'm going to do that a little later, but I just wanted to show you this Era stapler that we got at the hardware store. We also found a little awl. We've been looking for an awl to punch holes, and we were out there one day trying to explain to them what we were talking about, and nobody understood us. So apparently we were not asking the right kind of questions. So
how do I?
All right. So I'm going to start with my 24-inch pencil wreath. This is the white iridescent, and it has 18 twists. And I'm going to do the poof technique. So I'm going to do about a 10-inch poof. And we've gone ahead and cut our ribbon strips.
How do I get the link from your laptop?
You have to, but go ahead and copy that. It'll turn it to the link.
Oh.
Put your, now, see, there's your link. Okay.
Oh.
We've gone ahead and cut our ribbon strips, and I'm just going to move those out of the way for just a minute, because I know when I start making these poofs, I'm going to knock it over.
Okay, so there is the link to...
Thank you for dropping in to watch, and we'd appreciate it if you share our link with your friends. Of course, it always helps the more viewers you have. And we'll just move these out of the way till we get ready for
got the purple one, the lavender
This is going to
one.
be, I'm sorry, what?
Got the lavender one.
Okay, this is going to be just a simple,
one.
a simple wreath, because we're going to do poof technique and put a ruffle on top, and then we're just going to do ribbon strips. So I'm just going to lay the ribbon strips right there till I get ready for them.
The pink one.
Get these other things out of the way. So I'm just going to take my 21-inch mesh. I'm just going to let it fall off on the floor.
Oh, wait, where'd that go?
She's navigated away from the page.
Oh, well, gone the whole thing.
So I'm just going to start on the outer ring of the wreath. Grasp the mesh about 3 inches from the end. And I'm just going to secure that with a couple of twists. I'm just going to, for right now, I'm just going to tuck that raw edge to the inside, and we'll worry about that later.
Alright, I
I'm
think
going to
I have
do
all three.
like a 10-inch. I'm going to do like a 10-inch poof.
Dang, I did the same one twice.
No, I'm going to do like a 12-inch poof. So I'm just measuring and gathering up my 12 inches, put my hands under that to kind of fluff it up a little bit, and then grasp the mesh, and then I'm just going to go to the next twist and secure it with a couple of turns. If you've been working on something today, it's a great time to, put your project out there so we can see it.
Okay, I think I might have posted the shell pink one twice.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's alright. I had something under the table that was, mesh will hang up on everything, and it was under the table hanging up. Oh, and also, if you followed us earlier this week too, you know that we added that messenger bot to our Facebook page. So if you are interested in getting a notification of when we go live, if you will just say subscribe in the comments, the messenger bot will send you a message, and then when it does, you have to say subscribe again, and then when you do, you'll be signed up to receive a notification of when we go live. Now, this is not signing up for our email list or anything like that. To do that, you go to our website, and on the left side, you scroll down to the bottom, and there's a place that says newsletter, and you sign up there. So I'm just going to work around this wreath with the poof technique. If you have any questions or comments, just post them. Kara will try to follow along with that while she's cutting the ruffles. And I just apologize for my hair today. The wind is blowing 90 miles an hour. And it's hot, which means we're probably going to have stormy weather tonight. And I think your daddy's already decided that we're not staying in the RV tonight.
I don't blame you.
Now, you talk about when it rains and being in a, we had a metal roof on our house that we used to have. And I thought when we got that metal roof, you'd be able to hear the rain, but you never could. But by golly, you can in the RV. They're still working on our house, and it's rained so much we can't get our driveway done. But got everything else done. I'm sorry, I'm crowding you. We could use a longer table for sure. But I'm just continuing. I'm making 12-inch poops and just working around the outer ring of the wreath. It's a 24-inch wreath, and this is a white snowball mesh. All 3 kits all have the snowball mesh, but then the ribbons, they all have gold ribbon, but then the other ribbons and contrasting mesh is a little different. So we've got those posted.
And if the links don't work, just wait till the live is over or go to the website.
Right. You can go to Wreath
they're on there.
Wreath Kits, Trendy Tree, and you'll see all the kits that we have available right now, like the one behind the one behind me, the bacon wreath and the flower wreath. I think we still have some of those.
We do. I think. I think I've got enough. I am not 100% sure.
Well, okay.
I mean, I think I got enough ruffles.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Well, because I counted, and out of 360 inches, and we got 18 twists.
Well, I'm just counting like 8, but I don't
You
know.
probably didn't count them.
I don't know that
All
I
right,
have
well, that's
18
okay.
pieces, but.
All right. Well, we'll cut more as we need.
20 inches. I'm cutting the purple 20-inch.
Right, and I just did 20
Ruffles.
inch because I thought, well, might as well use up that whole roll of mesh.
Okay, I guess I need to cut the whole roll up then.
Well, that's what I've calculated.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so now I'm to my last poof on the outer ring, and let me just go ahead and measure that.
And I'm not using the cutter
That's fine.
just because I'm.
And when I get to my last poof, I'm going to open up the twist where I started. That's my first one right there. I'm going to open that back up, and I'm going to lay my last one back in that and secure it again with a couple more twists. Now I'm ready to move up to the inner ring. And if you look at it right now, of course I said mesh will hang up on everything. It looks kind of thin, but that's okay. As we come back with more product, it's going to look a lot different. So now I'm just going to take my mesh and just kind of snug it up. I'm going to move up to the inner ring to the closest twist, which is right here. And I'm just going to secure that. Couple of turns, and that will be my starting point to do my poofs around the inner ring. So I'm just going to measure 12 inches and just continue making poofs. And we hope that you'll share our link with your friends, and let's see if we can get more viewers in here to watch. We appreciate that when you do. It helps so much. And Facebook, they're so weird. They've gotten, it's really hard to get any kind of post out to any kind of significant number of people. But it does help if you comment. If you make a comment rather than just hitting a like or something.
I'm done.
Now you see, this is what I have to do.
Oh, wait, I dropped some.
Where's that candy we
I
bought?
got it. Hold on. The circus peanuts or
The circus peanut. Yeah, I'll take a circus peanut. I can't talk and eat
Are
at
them
the same
big ass
time.
whoppers?
Huh?
Are them big ass whoppers?
Those are big whoppers. We stopped at Moore's, like I say, a while ago, in the hardware store, and we did a little Facebook Live if you saw it. I know people thought we were crazy, but that's okay. And we got us a little snack on the way out.
Circus
I'll
peanuts?
take
or
a circus peanut.
milk, what is it? Malted milk. David hates both of these snacks.
Does he?
That's why I buy them.
Then you have more to eat, thank you.
Yes, I'm the daughter.
Circus peanut.
Yes, those circus peanuts.
And they haven't changed in 60 years.
I don't know. I'm only...
We used to get them at Easter. But that was about the only time.
They're good.
My grandmother was always
A hammer?
good for, oh yeah, we got a new hammer. Always good to bring us Easter candy. Those old hard sugar those old hard Easter eggs that were sugar coated on the outside and had marshmallow on the inside. They were good. So I'm just working around the inner ring. I'm doing the same thing, a 12-inch poof in each twist. Move that over so they can see. And I'm just turning the twist a couple of times right now because we're going to have more product that we're going to add in each twist. If you have any questions or comments or anything, just let us know. And like I say, all these products come from Trendy. I'm always surprised at somebody that watches one of our videos and says, well, where can I get that? And I'm like, gosh, you know.
You don't want to be like, pretty tree, pretty tree, pretty tree.
You don't say it often enough, or like, people, you know, I'm sure there's some people that maybe be watching that don't realize that this is your business, not mine. But even and
it'll never really be mine.
It's your business. It's all yours. All the bills and everything.
Ain't that the truth?
All the invoices. Not me any longer. I'm hanging up on my shirt. It's your shirt. We spent the night carrying Davis last night so we could keep Matt. So that was a nice break. For you that don't know, we're building a house. We've sold our house, and we've been in an RV going on 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
There was a light up. Somebody saw us, and they saw me with the light up Yeti cooler. That was the coolest thing.
It was cool.
I opened it, and it's lit.
It was cute. It was a little girly, but
it was pretty. It was aqua.
Okay, I'm back to doing my last poof. So I'm gonna get my measurement, and then I'm gonna do just like I did on the first one. I'm gonna open up that twist where I started, and lay that poof down. And now I'm ready to cut my mesh loose. I'm gonna cut it free. Leave about 4 or 5 inches. Get that out of the way, please. And for right now, I'm just going to tuck that raw edge to the inside. I'm not going to worry about securing that right now, but what you can do is just flip that wreath over to the back. Find those raw edges just like that, and kind of snug them up close to that work wreath frame, and put a piece of a zip tie around that, or chenille stamp.
I had zip ties in Moore's too.
They had zip ties. They got everything in
colored
Moore's.
ones.
Okay.
You want one?
Okay, I'll go ahead and get me 2 zip ties, and I'll go ahead and do that. They're in a, that's good. This is a white one, but
what is it? Oh, I know what that is.
I'm just gonna take that raw edge, take this zip tie.
Is Chalk Couture my side business? No, Chalk Couture is not my. That is you.
Me?
You wanted Chalk.
You
wanted to play with it.
Yes, we do have a Chalk. Yes, she does have a Chalk Couture website. Now, we really can't talk about it here because we can't. I think it's crazy, but we can't advertise Chalk Couture while we're doing other things like this.
We have to do a Chalk Couture by itself.
Right. So we have a Chalk Couture website. It is trendytree.chalkcouture.com.
We need to do one to just play with, like on that chalkboard that they gave us, that they sent in that kit.
Right.
That I ordered.
But we can't. You can't talk about.
But you can't put it on that, like that first, the only thing we opened, and I just tested it on that pink thing. Anyway.
Right. If this was a blank sign, we could use the Chalk Couture and do something on this sign, and then we could take this sign and say, "Oh, I did this with Chalk Couture," but we can't demonstrate that paste paint to you in conjunction with our other products. That's a no-no from Chalk Couture, so can't do that. So anyway,
Chalk Couture is just a paint. It's
right.
Chalk
it's a paint. It's chalk
paste.
It comes in little jars, all different colors. It's
really cool.
Stencils. It's really easy to do. You just pick out a stencil, and the great thing about it is the stencils are reusable. And you put the stencil on, and put your paint on. What?
Rent them off.
Rinse them off.
Rinse them.
Rinse them off and use them again. And you can go to the website, and if you are interested in getting a cheaper price, you can sign up to be a seller, and you get a better discount, and it's sort of like a pyramid. Other people sign up under you.
Multi-level.
Multi-level.
It's kind of like you.
Okay.
All right.
Back to this wreath. We're going to we did a 20-inch cut. We're going to do a 20-inch ruffle. Just going to lay that down and just scrunch right up through the center. It's like a rat. Have this little ruffle. And I'm going to start on
Would you do a 12-inch poof when you did that?
I did a 12-inch poof. Now to add my ruffle, everybody does this a little different. This is the way I like to do it. I'm going to open up my twist, and I'm going to open up the twist and put my ruffle down and then secure it back. Just a couple of turns. And
this goes, that's 20-inch ruffles.
I'm sorry, did I say 15? I think I did.
You may have, but that's a 20-inch ruffle.
They're 20-inch, and the way I hit on 20-inch was I just said there's 360 inches in a 10-yard roll. There's 18 twists, so I said 18 into that, and I came up with 20. So 20-inch ruffles for this project. The lavender is just going to give it a little more color. These signs are really pretty. They're really pretty pastel, but they're very, very pastel. It's not just like the lavender. It's not just pure lavender. It's light, and it's almost like any way you look at it, it almost looks a little gray or a little blue. And I'll show you the other signs. I never did do that. I'll show you after we finish this what we had picked out for the other kits. So we're just laying that 20-inch ruffle down and re-securing that twist. Just to give it a little more color. And when we get through here, we're going to go see Daddy.
We are.
My daddy's 95. Bless his heart.
JT.
Lost his little dog yesterday. His little Robo.
We need to take him some chicken.
Well, we could take him some supper. He's had this dog forever. It was a little dachshund, and all he does is sit around in Daddy's lap. And he got up yesterday morning and he died. Had died during the night, so he's upset. So much company to him, but he's 95.
Well, but there's still another one.
Well, there's still the other little dog. He also has a little Yorkie named Mocha. Still got him. He loved Robo.
Yes, he did.
This has not been a good year for our dogs.
No, it has not. Well, mine's still kicking.
It is. If he hadn't got 9 lives, I don't know.
It's a she.
She.
We've only had. Oh, tell them about what you did on my honeymoon.
Oh no, let's don't tell that. What was that dog? Molly. Oh my gosh.
My sweet Molly.
Well, Carrie, she lived by herself for a little while before she got married. She and David, and she had this teacup, tiny little
miniature chihuahua. She was perfect.
Miniature chihuahua.
Long hair.
So small.
She was about the size of a rat.
Small. Well, Carrie and David got married, and they were going to Cancun. And of course, at that time, Terry and I both worked in Tupelo, so we passed through Pontotoc every day. So they said, well, thought the dog would be okay if we check on it every day. So I was sure. I mean, we practically go right by their house.
This is why I didn't want you to have a car seat when I had my first child.
So we're checking on the dog. On their honeymoon, they got tied up, had to stay an extra day, a day later because of bad weather. And so we're really anxious for them to get home. So my husband and I, we're at our house, And she called and she said, well, we're on our way home. How's Molly? And I looked at Terry and he looked at me. We realized we had not checked on that dog at all. Not the first time. Not the first time. Forgot all about it. I thought we were just going to die. And we didn't know David's parents that well, and I thought they will think that we are just
Awful.
awful. Awful. Bless its heart, it survived.
It was fine.
In spite of us.
We had neighbors. They had...
Oh my gosh. We should have taken it to our house, but that was awful. Just awful.
She was fine. I think a hawk got her.
Well, when she well, yeah, but I mean, she was
made her
fine.
lose so much weight.
She made it through the. I think I lost one of my poops there.
She was fine.
She made it through the honeymoon. It was later that she came up missing.
Yes.
It wasn't our fault.
No.
Not that one. Not that time. Now you'll have to go back and clip some strings, all mesh ravels. Of course, it's not raveling too bad right here. But mesh ravels, it all does. And you just have to clip strings. And if you clip rather than pull, sometimes if you start pulling strings, you kind of get a never-ending supply. But we'll have the products for all 3 different kits. We're just going to make the one kit because we'll just use this for the sample. And of course you can make it any way you want to once you get the supplies. You don't have to do it exactly the way we're doing it, of course. But we're taking the easy route. This technique is really pretty easy. The poof technique builds a good base for your wreath, and then adding that ruffle on top just adds a little more color. Another little dimension. Did it come out right? Did it come out right?
I think it did.
There we go. I think
you lost
I
one.
think I let a poof slip out right there. So I'm going to take that one down and just readjust it. Hold that ruffle. You may have to redo it. I'll let my poof get loose on me. My poof was on the loose.
Don't make me laugh.
I had. You stay in that RV with your daddy for 3 weeks, and you better find some humor in something.
Leave him alone.
I mean, we've been married 47 years. And we went together 5 years before that.
He's
4
an
years.
angel.
I thought I knew everything about him. I was wrong. I was wrong. I've learned stuff that you do not want to know. All right, so there we are with the poofs and the ruffles. Now, I think it's just hanging up all over this shirt.
Tear up my shirt.
It's ruining your shirt. Okay, so next we were going to do some ribbon strips.
Hold on. Come back with your arm.
Oh my gosh, look at that. I got this out of your closet this morning.
It's not going back in there.
No, it's going to bite the
done.
dust. Okay, well, we can, at this point, we can put the sign on, or we can do the ribbon strips. I think we just go ahead with the ribbon strips. I taught with my hands. Okay. You always want to do a test strip. Measure your ribbons before you cut up all your ribbons. We measured, and we're going to use a 12-inch piece. You can finish off.
You want a cluster, or do you want
a cluster? This is, like I say, we're going the easy route. You can finish off your ribbon with just an angle cut, or you can do a chevron cut. And Carrie is just going to pick up those ribbons. We've got 1 2.5 inch, 2 1.5s, and then this ribbon is like a 7/8 or a little more than a 1/2 inch. And we're just going to go back and put a ribbon strip, a ribbon cluster in each twist. But this is going to be pretty. That's how it's going to look. So she's just picking them up.
my children?
All right, and we're just going to kind of spread it out, kind of those ribbons centered pretty good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll try to do better.
You know, just you want to kind of spread your ribbons out, so you want to be able to take advantage of all your different ribbons. So you can start on the inside or the outside, and again, I like to undo my twist and put the ribbon in, and then this time I can secure the twist 3 or 4 turns because I'm not going to put anything else in the twist. You want to make sure all your ribbons are face up. This is all wired ribbon. We always use wired ribbon. And we're just going to put a ribbon cluster in each twist.
I think this little strip of gold ribbon is going to be what makes it.
I think that the little bit of gold kind of going to bring out that sign. Just a little more bling, I guess. Each one of the signs has a different phrase. One is like Easter blessings, Happy Easter, or Hello Spring. So one of them you could use, you know.
Right, and we didn't, this one's got Easter eggs, but we didn't pick out anything just real.
I think this is the only
Easter
ribbon.
one.
Of course the sign is Easter, but
the rest of them
you could take out, right, you could take out like this one after you're done, after Easter. You could pull the Easter ribbon off and pull that sign off and turn it into a Mother's Day. Just kind of separate your ribbons out so that you can see them all.
They're asking questions. There will be it will be a tutorial, a blog post.
Right.
There won't be one for each color. They're all going to be
Right. I'll go back into detail and tell you again, you know, how we did this. And if you can't watch now, of course you can always, we'll leave the Facebook post up, the live up, and you can watch it at another time for sure. But we hope, if you haven't liked our page while you're here, that you'll like our page and share this post with your friends. I'm just kind of separating those ribbons out so you can see them more. I'm having a hard time with that gold, finding my other piece to it.
Is it wrapped up in there? Well, what did you do with it?
Well, I don't know.
It's alright, it'll turn up. I'll find it in a minute. No, somebody said, did you put poofs in the only in the outside? No, we put one poof in every twist, all 18.
On the outer and the
And the
inner
inner.
ring. And sometimes, depending on what you're putting in the center of your wreath, you might want to leave those out, depending on your sign or, you know, whatever else you're using. And there, you know, you do put some stuff on here and kind of cover it up, that's for sure. And not everybody opens up their twist.
12-inch ribbon strips.
I know, that's just what I like to do. I like to secure them down in there. But now, if you're doing like bows, going around with some bows or some loops, sometimes if you put them down in there and secure, it pulls it down into the mesh too much and squashes it down. So it just depends on what you like.
See if that helps. I'll put the gold on the outside this time.
Okay. You could try it, you know, without untwisting your twist and just see how it works for you. Of course, you'll have to fluff your ribbons more than once. As you work with it, you'll, you know, squash your ribbons down, and you'll have to smooth them back out, especially before you take a picture if you're making it to sell or anything. Put one of those 1.5. I mean, don't change it, but I'm just saying, pick up a 1.5, and then a 2.5, and then a 1.5.
Well, that's not how I've been doing it.
Okay. Well,
And it'll be, I'm not.
that's how you've been doing or not?
I'm not changing it.
Y'all tell her, alternate.
I did, but that one funky width is. But I like to do all mine the same. I don't like to be ramble.
They don't have to be all the same.
I like the pattern.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I know, but I like it that way. I like structure. I can't do it all willy-nilly. I can't do random. How often do we do wreath tutorials? As often as Mom will do them.
It's hard to find the time, and you would think it would be so easy.
We try to do it. I don't know how. We don't know. I know that sounds so.
We don't have a schedule, and that's a downfall, and that's one of our things that should be a goal for us. That we should have a routine, but at this point we don't, because just as sure as you plan on doing one, and then here comes a truck with 18 pallets of supplies. So you can hang that up.
Now, what do you do when that truck
I don't unload the truck, but I mean...
I don't make you sound like I make you unload the truck.
No, I don't. But like, I'm not going to give David a list of things to go pull for me if he's got to worry about getting 18 pallets of product in the building. Now, David is a good son-in-law, and I'm not going to piss him off.
I do that.
I love my David.
I know you do. Y'all just alike.
He's a good guy. David, I hope you're watching.
Hey, I told him to cook.
Well, that'd be good.
I wanted chicken spaghetti.
Oh, that'd really be good. I hadn't had that in a while.
And I was trying to get him to go get me stuff, make one of those salads with the cranberries and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really feeling it.
Well, let's share with the folks what you had for supper last night.
I had rabbit.
Not in the RV. We are not reduced to cooking rabbits. Now, my mother cooked a rabbit one time.
It was a fancy place. We went to a nice restaurant, and my friend...
Nice.
Roadkill Cafe. And they had, it was a rabbit appetizer.
Was it a bunny rabbit?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get its name. It wasn't Thumper.
Don't you remember my mother's sister, Aunt Catherine? No, you were not born probably, but Aunt Catherine, they raised rabbits.
Oh, no.
They raised rabbits like white and black, spotted, and they were in cages. And we had a family reunion at their house. And Candy, my niece, that's crazy like Carrie, was about 5 or 6.
Humorous.
And she asked Aunt Catherine. Aunt Catherine showed us the rabbits. And Candy said, "What do you do with those rabbits?" And Aunt Catherine said, "We eat them." I thought Candy was going to die. Anyway, what did it taste like?
Chicken.
Chicken?
I don't know. I took one, like a Matt Martin size taste.
What, was it grilled or fried or what?
I think it was like in a soup. No, Judy had pinto bean soup, and he had some kind of rabbit. I don't know. I did taste it because I'm, brave. You wouldn't have tasted it.
Well, why did you order it?
I didn't order it.
Oh,
Bill ordered it. I got
you. I got you.
Me and David got something else, and Bill
David experiences.
He will do that, but he got something, and I got something normal, like a grilled cheese thing, and Bill got the rabbit.
Like a grilled cheese?
A grilled cheese.
You got a grilled cheese sandwich?
It was a grilled cheese appetizer. It had apples on it. It was like a salad. It was really, really good. It was really good. Really good. But then...
I was going to say, we surely didn't babysit so you could go eat grilled cheese.
No, and then I had pineapple sorbet.
I bet that was good.
But Bill had rabbit.
Look at that.
So I tasted it. It was good. It was different. I mean, I wouldn't want a whole platter of it, but...
Well, what I had, Mother fried. It was like fried. Well, it's fried rabbit. I mean, it was just like a leg or something.
Oh, and they had something called sweetbread.
Oh no! You didn't know what that
no,
was.
and somebody, one of it's Bill